Hey guys, and welcome to another video. This one will be the first of a series of videos that I will do in order to explain the teams that I use on each of the major dungeons and what artifacts or runes to keep or sell depending on what stage of the game you're into. So first I start by Steel Fortress, since it's one of the new dungeons and many of you may not have the necessary artifacts yet. So I think it's very important to farm these, and in fact I farm this dungeon 1 day a week, I farm PC10 1 day a week, and then the rest of the week I farm mostly giants, and also I do raids. So that's my personal routine. However, you can adapt it to what you need and the stage of the game that you are into. So first, for this team to work, you need two beneficial effect blockers. I'm using Zinc and I'm using the Wind Kung Fu Girl. Wind Kung Fu Girl is a farmable, fuseable monster. So guys, if you can run two of her instead of one and one thing, then it will be even better. So guys, here you block the beneficial effects, you extend set blocks with your Pang, and you defense break with your Rogue and your Kung Fu Girl. However, Rogue is not a very consistent defense breaker, so that is why I think having another Kung Fu Girl instead of Zinc, it will be much better. So guys, here for example you only need 24% accuracy, since the boss has only 39% resistance. Same case goes for the PC10. So it's very achievable, and since you have Pang here as a leader, remember she was a Hall of Heroes monster, you may have missed the Hall of Heroes of Pang, so you can replace her with Yen, which you can buy from pieces in your shop. So however, if you have Pang, then you can use that 19% crit rate leader here in order to improve the crit rate of your monsters and reduce the runes necessary for this. So I think that if you can build your monsters as tanky as I did, as I built mine, then you will have no problems if you can't match the speed. However, you should respect the attack order here. So as you will see, this is a very reliable team. Now moving on to what to choose. Here we are at the average clear time of 1 minute and 18 seconds. We finished our round of 10 runs, and well, we will decide which artifacts we should keep. And this advice may help you all decide what to keep and what not to keep. So here we have a wind artifact. It's attack, so that's great. And if you don't have enough artifacts and you're mid-game and you're starting to farm artifacts, then you may keep this one even without considering the substats of this. However, in this case we have crit rate increasing effect plus 3%. That's useless, completely useless. Now we have damage dealt on water plus 4%. That can be good, okay, and particularly against the giant. So for Giants B12, you can get your wind monsters to deal more damage on the giant. And here speed blast proportional to lost HP up to 3%. Another useless stat. Okay, so we can roll this, and if it goes for damage dealt on water, then we keep it. If it doesn't, then we sell it. So we will try this, and we will see if we can keep this or not. And this will be used only on a giant's team. Okay, I don't have any use for that, so I will sell it. Next one. Here we have a light artifact with plus HP, which is great for your friends, for example. And the first subtab that we have is the best subtab that you can hope for in the elemental artifacts, which is additional damage based on speed. That's the best one. However, this one has defense increasing effect as well, which is not too bad, but is not a good one. So, and you have damage received from fire and reduced by 4%. And that one, those can be good and can be situational, you know. If you're farming dragons, then reduced damage from fire can help your birdie health, for example, withstand the attack from the dragon if you don't have the required defense and HP. So those are very situational, and you have to consider them if you need that particular stat and that particular reduction from certain elements. So for this one, I will try to power it up because it can turn out very good for my friend. And for your friends, guys, she can use the defense, HP, or attack, all of them. And we got the damage received from fire reduction, which is not bad. And if we land one more on, if we can dodge the defense increasing effect, then I will keep it. And we land in another one there, so I will stop rolling this and I will keep it and see if I can avoid that other stat. So here we have light artifact, blue, attack increasing effect, which is okay for your damage dealers. So for example, for illusion. However, your illusion can benefit more from damage based on speed if you are going for a cleave on RTA, for example. However, if your illusion is a slow illusion, then it's fat illusion, then this attack increasing effect, if it rolls high, it can be very, very beneficial for you, especially on the elemental ones that don't have the increased damage, the increased crit damage on skill 3, for example. So this one, and damage dealt by reflect damage, another of the useless ones, so I will sell it. This one, damage received under inability, is reduced, and this one I don't think it's good. I don't think these are good. This is one of the bad ones, and HP when revived, completely useless, so we will sell this. Darkness. Damage dealt by reflect, we said it's useless, and we have here additional damage based on speed. However, the roll here is very low because it goes between 20 and 40, and since this is a blue one and this darkness, I will sell it. If you're just starting to farm artifacts, remember, any artifact that you place on your monsters means an improvement from not having any artifacts, especially if it at least has one of the useful substats. So here, fire, defense, increase proportional to lost HP as useless, speed increasing effect plus 6%, not too good, and damage received from fire reduced by 5%. I don't like this one, I will sell it. Here, fire artifact, defense, damage received from water, okay, and crushing hit damage plus 3%, useless. That can only be used on your brownies, you know, on your Gemini and on your Draco, for example, which will be good for them, actually good for them. Now, speed blast proportional to lost HP, and I don't like that either, so I will sell it. Here, light artifact, crit damage received reduced by 2%, very, very good substat, one of the best that you can get, and especially if it's a defensive artifact, because it will be incredibly good against, for example, on your defense against, this is a light artifact. Imagine that you have this on your John, and people are trying to cleave you with illusions, then they will deal crit damage, and you will reduce that crit damage, and you can reduce it a lot, up to over 20, I think you can get up to 20% reduction, so it's great, guys, it's great. That's a very, very good substat to have. However, this is a blue one, and I will not keep it, and the other substat, crit rate increasing effect, is useless, so I will sell this. And now the last one, Darnass Artifact, attack, okay, damage dealt by counter attack plus 1%. This one is good for Miho, guys, and this is dark, this has plus attack, which those two synergizes very well. And damage dealt on fire plus 2%, another one that can be good and situational if you're aiming to build a team to kill the dragon, for example. Damage dealt on fire on your Icarus, for example, will be great. Now this one is a Darkness artifact, so I don't want to build, for example, a Miho that wants to deal more damage on fire. I don't think that's good. And damage received from dark reduced by 4%, which can be good, situational, good for Necro, for example, but will not be using a Miho in Necro here. So these stats are okay, but they're very situational for very particular builds. And what I will do, and the rolls are very low here. So if I land damage dealt by counter attack and the roll is good, then I will keep rolling it, and if I get any of the other 2 substats, I will sell it. Got another one, so I will sell this one. So guys, to make it short, you should keep the artifacts that will improve your monsters. If you're mid-game, maybe almost any artifact that you get will be beneficial for you, especially if it's a purple or an orange one, so it's a hero legendary one. But when you move on to your late game, or you have a very substantial amount of artifacts like myself, then you should start picking the ones that you need. And remember, the best ones for your damage dealer that these multi-hits are the ones that increase damage based on the percentage of certain stat. The best one is speed. However, your attack and defense ones can be good if your monster deals damage based on those or has high stats on there. For example, an Okeanos can deal tons of damage if he has high HP and you deal more damage based on your HP, since your Okeanos deals tons of hits with his first skill. And of course, he will benefit more from having the damage increase based on your speed. However, you will not all the time be able to get that. And well, I will show you one thing as an example. You see this girl? She has additional damage based on attack proportional to lost HP, crit damage received reduced, and additional damage by 1% of HP. That is not a good artifact. However, it has a hand-read attack. So when I get a better water artifact for her, I will use it. However, I don't need to use it, particularly now, with her, because I only use her on certain content, and in fact, I end up having to remove the artifacts from her because she deals too much damage for the comps that I use her in. And I will show you one more thing on my RTA comps. And if I remember correctly, here you go. This is what I use on RTA. You see, additional damage by 56% speed, additional damage by 2% defense, additional damage by 8% attack. And well, that one I wanted to roll it on the additional damage based on speed, or at least additional damage on an element, but I couldn't. And well, this artifact is great, guys. And when I was doing the Draco Bastard Cliff, this thing can improve a lot damage my Julie did. So these kind of artifacts are what you are aiming for. So if you are late game, then you want something like this. Even if it didn't roll on speed, the attack benefit is great as well, because this damage dealer, we have tons of attack. So that 8% will be meaningful, you know? So guys, that was it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. And I will do Punisher script next. So because the elemental artifacts and type artifacts are very different and have different substats. So I will do a separate video for that one. So I will see you all in the next one, guys. Bye bye.